a card reading. I've picked cards from the Divine Messenger Feathers, or Divine Feather Messages, and that is our reading for today. I'm so excited to dig in. Let's light the Palo Santo. I'm just gonna move myself a little bit, give us a better view of everything. Okay. Thank you for being here with me today. I'm doing a brief little message here. I've already selected your cards. I have 3 piles, and this is an overlook. This is what's coming up for the weekend for next week. We've got the energy of mid-May coming, and we have unexpected news. So this reading is for you if you're curious about what's coming within the next week or so. Okay, heads up. Sometimes these readings can stretch out for more than that, but right now, when you receive this reading, whenever it is, you can expect results to be popping out for you within the next week to 10 days. So all you do is look at our feathers, pick one of them, and then I'm going to go ahead and read for each feather. Because it's live, we'll have to have a little patience in between the readings, but I believe that if you sat and listened to all 3 of these readings, it would be a blessing for you. But you do want to listen in to the message of the feather that you're drawn to. So let's take a peek. It is the peacock. Inherent wisdom is emerging at this time. Watch it and ready yourself for a rebirth. This is exactly the energy that I'm sensing, that there is something coming for you, pile number 1, that is going to be profound. There's going to be something changing in your life real soon, and you want to be ready for it for sure. So let's turn over our oracle cards that accompany it. And we have the Mountain card. So it does seem like you have a lot to say, and that in your lifetime so far, you've been mute. There's been people, you go into a freeze, and you can't predict how it's going to come out. The promise of this Mountain card is that the light is coming. You can't keep withholding your thoughts about your situation. If it will grow to such a point, you will become like a mountain frozen in time. So important to find a way to communicate your feelings and thoughts. And I'm thinking thoughts because the thoughts just torture us, don't they? This will never work out. What am I going to do next? You know? So here we have rest and rejuvenate. Yes. Now I like how the color of the peacock is the color of this card. So it shows me that you are a worker, you don't take shortcuts, you definitely, pile 1, you are very motivated. And Spirit wants you to know that rest is such an important part of it. I did a reading the other day and it came out the same way. It's like success is imminent, you know, it's due for you. But if you don't know how to go away and separate yourself from the busyness of your life, Spirit just wants you to know that you're holding yourself back. You might find that nature is better for you than church. You may find squeezing time in for a walk outside might be all you need. Now we do have 2 tarot cards here, so let's take a look. We have the King of Swords, and we have the 3 of Pentacles. So in this, with the King of Swords showing up, there may be part of your energy that's coming across as a little bit, the word cutthroat comes to me, but I don't mean it in an ugly way. It's just that people know not to mess with you, that if you've heard enough, you're going to let them know. You have built a protective shield around yourself so that you'll be okay. But what the Spirit wants you to know this morning is you can lay down that sword. I mean, you have accomplished so much if you relax your arm and just let that sword down and appear more like less than yourself. The best piece of advice I can give you, if you are a strong personality, pile 1, and you're struggling because you feel like you can't tell the truth because it'll hurt their feelings, and yet they won't do what it is you want them to do, so you are stuck. So, smart advice for a strong personality is ask others for advice. Ask for advice. Ask for advice that is minor to you. Not where can I find my next job from someone, but asking very simply, I notice your garden is really beautiful. Do you use fertilizer? Because when you appear a little bit uneducated, it can be a real, almost like super glue. When you appear vulnerable, people come flooding in. Okay, so the wisdom from this Peacock card, the wisdom that's coming in, is for you to look in the mirror and be able to acknowledge that you have some sharp edges on your personality, and I know you want to soften up because you want your tail out there. You want to be noticed. Our last card for you, pile 1, is this one. Bitch fire, stand up for yourself. Such a perfect closure for you. Well, actually, I have one more little card for you, but this card shows that this is a match to that mountain card because there's so much withheld within you because you haven't wanted to hurt people's feelings. But the point is, wait, I'm trying to dig out the mountain card so we can look at it next to this one, because look at how this light, see? And so there's a part of you that just doesn't want to mess around anymore. There's a part of you that wants to be able to use the wisdom that you have collected, pile 1. Everything that you have done to put yourself in this position right now is in place. Spirit wants you to know that softening, you're coming to the softer side of your personality, is going to allow for that rebirth. Now, because we're using the feather cards, I have an animal oracle card for you, just to carry for your day. Parrot spirit, watch your words. Yes, I just spoke to a lady this morning, and we don't have anything in common, really. I mean, I'm living in Tennessee, and I don't have much in common, quotes, than you think. But the lady's having an issue with her plumber, and her plumber, they won't come, and she's so frustrated. So I said, you know what, may I tell you what I do when something won't work? And she said, sure. I said, I start thanking in advance for what it is I'm needing. So I'll start saying the words that I will say when it comes. My example is needing a new computer. So on April 30th, I started saying out loud, I love my new computer. I love how my fingers fly across the keyboard. I love how easy it is to use, etc. 5 days later, I had a new computer in my hands. I'm not kidding. So I told that lady, start thanking as if it's already done. I am so relieved that that plumber has come. My toilet is working perfectly. I'm so grateful. Well, her eyes lit up, and I said, now you go use that today and you let me know what works. So you have so much to say, but what you're saying is coming out not quite as playful as your true personality, pile 1. So I hope this resonated with you. I just love y'all. This is a different style live than I've been doing. So if you enjoy it, please put a comment or a thumbs up or hearts or whatever it is, because I never watch the comments during the readings, and it's always a surprise for me at the end. Pile number 2, this beautiful blue feather. So the first thing to let you know is that blue is the color of your throat chakra. In fact, reach up right now and just lay your hand right at the top of your chest, and so that you are kind of holding the bottom of your neck. Why am I asking you to do that? Because I actually felt pressure in my chest the minute I said throat chakra, pile number 2. So without even turning the card, I know that if you selected pile 2, the Spirit wants you to know that you need to speak. Now, if you heard pile 1, duh, it's kind of the same message. And if you did not hear pile 1, please go back and listen. I will put timestamps in when I'm finished today. The beautiful Bluebird, you are being gifted with blessings of happiness and peace. Oh, yes. And the fact that my throat and my chest had kind of a vibration or a buzz, almost as if a lump in the throat, you know what I'm saying? That means that you are being gifted with blessings and happiness, but you're not feeling it. Okay, so let's dig in pile number two. Why aren't you feeling the blessings and peace that old saying, I think it's called the Bluebird of happiness, isn't there? Interesting. Okay, let's take our first oracle card. Okay, so there's something going on at your home, isn't there, pile two? Take a breath. There's something going on in your home that is not what you want. I'm feeling that jam in my throat. So I feel like there's a transition. You're not sure what to do, but you know in your heart you would do anything for peace and happiness. Yes, the light. I'm noticing right away the colors. Notice, right? Blues, orange, yellows. So there's all of this universal energy. And sometimes we talk about spirit, other times we talk about energy. For me, it's the same. But the energy around you right now is full of life. Say good morning to Murphy. Hey, Murphy. But the energy around you is full of life. There may be somebody in your home who is almost like allergic to your sparkle. They see the sparkle, they don't understand you. And when you try to be grateful, they don't understand you. So, the very first thing I would say is be careful who you do talk to. Find a friend or come and listen to readings. Do something to plug yourself into the kinds of things that make you feel better, but don't use those ideas at home out, in like there's that word overtly so people can see you do it. You want to do covert work where you are tapping into your joy and your spiritual knowing. You know what you know. And whoever's in your home with you, or in your, it could be in your home, it could be in your family, it could be in your business, but there's someone who is, like I said, and maybe this makes sense to you, that they're almost like allergic to your spirit or to your sparkle, so when you giggle they might snap at you. This is a very specific reading, you guys. Let's pull our tarot cards here. Oh, okay, this makes perfect sense to me. So if you're in a situation where this is happening, where you feel every time you speak that they're rough with you, the first thing I would say is you have to know whether they're teasing you or not. You must, because some people tease. That's their love language. They are sarcastic dicks. I'm sorry. But they only tease the ones they love. So you have to find out right away. I was just making a comment on a video here um, on YouTube because, oh, Jimmy on relationships. You know, I love Jimmy. And his video today, it was wonderful. Several of the commenters mentioned that they were autistic. There's another word for that. It's called neurodiverse. But neurodiverse people can have very raw social skills. They can have zero social skills. If you have ever watched The Big Bang Theory or Young Sheldon, which I do recommend, if you live with someone who is different, and you know what I mean, if you go to that program, Young Sheldon, and you simply watch one or two episodes, you will see a behavior pattern that is familiar. There's another book, and it's interesting because the name of the book is Born on a Blue Day. I'm not even kidding. When I read Born on a Blue Day, look at all the blue that's coming here, I cried. I have recommended it to people that did not cry. But Born on the Blue Day is written by a young man who was able to memorize the digits of pi. Now, if you know anything about math, you know that that equation for pi is literally thousands of digits. I don't know how many. I'm not trying to pretend I'm an expert.
but he wrote a book about his experience. Do you guys remember the movie Rain Man? That is this man. I wish his name's Daniel, and I'm sorry I'm not flashing on his last name. You can Google it, Born on a Blue Day. He's able to describe what it's like living inside of his personality. And if you're neurodiverse, I believe that you will find great comfort in this book. Pile two, if you are married to someone who is autistic, if you have family members that are neurodiverse, please pick up that book because it will give you a point of view that I can't give you. Okay, so let's take a look at our final card. This is from the Create Your Own Magic deck, which I love. And we have Voyage. You already have all the answers. Okay, so definitely your observations about your situation are accurate. You are in a situation where a big choice needs to be made. Okay. You are feeling a lot of pressure that you need to do something immediately. One of my dear friends once said to me, "Nothing needs to be done today," which is true, except there is one thing to be done today, and that is to start thanking the universe that this situation is solved. Thank you for resolving the situation about my home. Thank you for resolving the situation around the timing. So anything that's bugging you, you take the problem and you say, thank you for solving it. This shows the uh, agony of being torn. She's not tied up. She could put those swords down. She can't see what to do because she's arguing with herself. Okay, so let's go back here. Let's refresh ourselves because it says that you are being gifted with blessings of happiness and peace. And then it says you already have all the answers. Um, I realize that you may feel that you do not have the answers, but your inner being does. Spend some time with some journaling or meditating today. If you're really confused about this reading and it doesn't resonate, you might want to have a full reading. And there are tons of great readers here online. Of course, I would love to read your cards for you. Email me if you would like. Contact information in the description box below. And now, what's your animal card, pile number 2? And we have the lizard spirit. Dream the world into being. Yes, so I love this card for you. Lizard is also the card of regeneration. Do you know the lizard spirit? A lizard can have its tail torn off by a predator like a cat I used to know, but the lizard will grow a new tail. So don't let yourself tell yourself a tale that your life sucks and that nothing's working out. No, change it. Change your vocabulary and say, I'm so grateful that a part of me does know what to do. I am so grateful that a part of me knows what to say. I am so grateful that a part of me will guide me in everything I do. Cool, huh? Oh, this was a good reading. There is a lot of light for you here, and whatever this issue is, believe me, your inner being, your guidance is really working for you to solve it. Okay, let's move on to our beautiful feather for pile 3. And thank you guys for being here with me. Thank you so much for supporting my efforts this month to go live every day in May. And of course, the universe is teasing me like terrible because I keep having errors. And I don't like errors. It kind of bothers me, but I can't do anything about the errors, especially if it's live. So I just appreciate your time, your energy, and your efforts to be here as I go through this. I will tell you that perfectionism can get in the way of progress. The second reading that I did in May, I deleted accidentally. And I was like, how did I do that? I've never deleted something accidentally. But I'm learning to deal with the feelings of self criticism and the feelings of um, being embarrassed in public because all y'all probably don't give a bleep whether I made a mistake or not. And so, pile 3, white turkey. How interesting. The power to heal the earth is within you. Okay, so pile number 3, The first thing that I will acknowledge is that you are a person who cares more. Excuse me while I close the door. You're a person who it's easier, not cares more. No, no, no. Let me take that back. Pile three. Pile three, my darling. You feel for others and you want to heal others more than you want to heal yourself. And in a way, you've never realized this because it feels so good for you to help others. It almost makes you feel like that is a lifeblood. However, without a clear connection to our own needs and what we need healing for, this can be a challenge. So, pile three, your heart is as big as um, your heart is as big as the sun. I mean, you have so much love that is pouring out of you, and your desire to heal even one person has an impact because whoever you touch, they go and touch their people's lives, and it's like a ripple effect. Okay. So what we have here is Gentle Gardener. I love the Gentle Gardener card. It it blah, blah, blah. It encourages you to take this view. Okay, imagine that this is the representative of all of the hurting people that come to you, because I understand that when people feel safe and they come and they share their troubles, but the trouble is you end up here, you're like a headset listening to all of their issues. So after you work with the people, imagine that this is yourself that you cut off. Not in a cruel way, it's just to be indifferent and separate from the people that you're helping. As you take this attitude of the gardener, a gentle gardener, they can go off and grow on their own, and they can prosper on their own, and they can come to you for guidance when they need. It's so important that you release your people to their own beings, to their own guidance, and not be too worried or concerned for them. The angels want you to understand that you will be more empowered to help more people as you become detached. Our next card is the firm foundation. Absolutely. I feel for you, pile three, that something you are in an ascension. When this says the potential to change the earth, you might have a YouTube channel. You might have a blog or a vlog where you're going to be helping people. And it's so important. But notice how the figure is walking away towards the mountain. So, what I'm feeling here is the importance of taking that time away. It's much the same as the gentle gardener card because that's encouraging you to separate. And this card, firm foundation, is like putting an exclamation on that other card, my dear pile three. And the angels want you to know that you can have your dreams. If you're someone who has, like, you're dreaming about having X many subscribers, or you want to start a foundation, or you want to, you just sense that what you're doing here on the planet is way bigger than what you're doing right now. There's a sense of longing to help more people. Take some time, maybe take the rest of the month of May and do your own practices. Chances are that you've started and stopped doing a few habits. You've maybe started and stopped yoga, started and stopped journaling, started and stopped, well, you name it. So, my suggestion for you, even without looking at the rest of the cards, is to use the rest of the May. Don't closet, don't run away, but just do some heavy duty internal auditing and see what spiritual tool do you want to commit to so that you build that firm foundation so that you expand. I mean, it's like out to the edges. Let's take a look at our tarot cards. And we have the High Priestess. This is such a perfect card. It's exactly the energy I'm saying. The High Priestess, guess what? She's known for not speaking. How interesting. She's known for listening and perceiving. So, listening, perceiving, and guiding. So, definitely getting a call for this. Um, s- s- mm, it's kind of like pause energy, but not really because things are percolating for you, things are happening. You are working at your craft and you're willing to put the work in. Write down the word willing and draw a circle around it because I'm feeling when you sense, like if you were to respond to this reading, you might say, I hear what Catherine's saying, and I know I need to have more balance. And you might say, oh, but I can't do it. I'm too busy. 25 people eat at my table. La, la, la. So using the word willing, I hear what these cards are saying, and even though I don't see how, I'm willing to step away in any way I can. Even though I'm so busy, I can't imagine taking a yoga class. The reality is, I am willing to absorb this truth. The word willingness is very big for you, pile number 3. And let's take a look at our beautiful Create Your Own Magic card. And we have morning. The world awaits you. Okay. Some of you are night owls. Some of you are up till 2 and 3 in the morning because you're just so excited you can't stop. And the universe is here today to remind you, pile number 3, that the easiest way to bump your energy out of inertia, that inertia is when everything slows down, is to pop out of a bed even 15 minutes earlier than is your routine and start with a meditation. What I do when I wake up, I go into my search window and I just put in 10-minute meditation and I click the search and up comes something. And then before I even get out of bed, well, not true because I probably run to the bathroom first and run back. I just listen to 10 minutes before I get out of bed. But I'm thinking that the universe is calling you to look at your time, look at your time schedule. Is there a way for you to enjoy morning more? Excuse me. Is there a way for you to enjoy more of morning? Pile number 3. Notice that it's still dark outside. What does this say to you? Okay, let's take a peek at our wonderful animal card for you so that we can finish your reading, pile 3. And we have White Raven Spirit. Are you kidding me? Holy smokes, look at that. Now, I have to tell you, white feathers have been very important for me, interestingly enough. I have not found one in nature yet, but the white feather keeps coming out in readings. So, pile number 3, I'm excited for you. I don't understand all of what's here for you. Again, a full reading can give more details, but what I love here is that white feather is coming out as a totem for you and a call for you to believe in the magic. And what does that mean? It just means to believe in your spiritual gifts, believe in what you were placed on the planet for, and keep seeking. And the last thing is that the white feather tarot is I love her. And you'll be able to watch when you're watching White Tarot. You're going to see me, White Feather, sorry. You're going to see me using some of her ideas in how I spread the cards. She's helped me so much, and I support her because she has a paid version of her channel and she charges such a small amount. And it helps me to know that I'm helping her as she helps me. White feather, watch for one. I wouldn't be surprised, pile number 3, if you find a white feather today. Thank you so much for being with my experiment and playing with the different live formats. I appreciate your feedback a lot. Let me know what you love. Let me know what you'd like me to include. I was thinking I could do a love reading like this. I could do a money reading. I like the idea of making it into a more typical pick a card. So I will look forward to seeing you tomorrow for our next reading and go forth and prosper. Have a beautiful, beautiful day, my friends.